friends of Incredible Mabna. We get to meet once again by the grace of God. Today, I just want to encourage you to count your blessings and name them one by one. Okay? I've come to realize that, you know what, if you decide to, is it focus, that's the word, if you decide to focus on what you don't have, you will just realize like things that you didn't even think you didn't have, that, or you think you didn't need, you tend to, you know, realize the number of things you don't have, the number of things you're missing. But if you tend to count your blessings, you know, your not haves actually diminish. Usually I know people say, thank God for the gift of life. You know how we underestimate that blessing? The fact that if you have life, you have another opportunity at life, you have another chance to make it, you know, you can still wait and have that thing. And recently I've been in a few conferences, a few meetings here and there, and I come back home and I'm like, wow, the things we take for granted. Like, I'll give you this case here where I heard about a woman in a conference. I heard about a woman who was married. Guys, so this woman had been married quite a few years without kids. By God's grace, they were wealthy, so they decided to do IVF. It went well, had a gorgeous baby, and then a few years down the line, like 2-3 years time, baby started falling sick here and there. They took the baby to the hospital. And what's the problem? This child has the rarest form of cancer. Imagine paying so much money for a child through IVF. And then this. Apparently, according to statistics, this kind of cancer, if you take 1 million people, only one person will have it. And then this woman is thinking, how? Why? But you just have to cross over your husband's urine. You're pregnant. You're having babies easily, you know, by God's grace. Like, developmental wise, everything is fine. They are growing, no problems. And you're always whinging about how your child is not so intelligent in school, and how other people are achieving so much and you're not even getting a breakthrough, and how you want to build a house back home, and you know, some of these things, you know, come to us so naturally, we don't even count them as blessings. But to be able to even wake up and stretch your body like that, it's a blessing. No, someone is laying somewhere on a very sick bed. There is food all over, has a paid for chef, but they can't even eat, not allowed to eat, can't eat, shan't eat. You know, you are here, you can take food by yourself, you can open your mouth, you can eat, you can chew, you can swallow. We underestimate these blessings, you know. I'm here to encourage you. No matter how bad you think your situation is, it's not that bad. You can come across someone and you think, man, my case is not that bad after all. You know, I was in a place where I got to review certain children, and the oldest of the kids I reviewed, this one was like 3 years old, and this child has never ever said mommy or daddy or uncle or auntie ever to his family, friends, nothing. And this mom sat in front of us and said, why me? You know, their first child child can't speak. This is not to say that if you are in such a situation, you're cursed or you are not blessed either. But if you look into other areas of your life, you can tell that blessings abound here. And trust you me, if you find yourself in a situation where you think, God, I'm not happy with this, if you look deeply, you know, God gives you certain things in compensation, gives you the grace to deal with such situations as well. So if there are certain deficiencies in our lives, certain inadequacies in our lives, let's not dwell so much on the inadequacies, you know, they're not halves. Let's not dwell so much on them, and rather be thankful for the things that we have, the blessings that money cannot buy. By the grace of God, you have peace in your marriage. You don't even count it, you know. You can wake up and say good morning to your wife without being insulted. You can say hello to your husband without being walked over. And you think that's not a blessing? If you hear of the things that happens in certain marriages, that occasional quarrel in your house is nothing. Trust me. That is not to say that living in a verbally abusive relationship is also good or a blessing. No. But the things we don't count as blessings, the things we don't even bother to say thank you, God, for, you know, I like, because of my line of work, like, it makes me feel grateful for every little thing. Like every little thing. I have seen kids growing in emotionally absent homes. Like, there is no emotions in the home. Parents are abusing drugs so much, they have no idea that they are even raising kids. You know, if by the grace of God your children are not finding themselves in such a home, you wake up and you say, God, I thank you that I am still sane, my mental health is intact, and I'm able to raise my kids. You know, you haven't had a child yet and you think it's the end of the world. Think of this woman who has paid huge sums of thousands of pounds for an IVF, only to have a child that is going through so much pain. You know how no parent wants to see their child go through pain. You see, let's try and be grateful. Like, as for the examples, there are just too many, but I just want to encourage you, look around you. The things you can do easily in a blink of an eye, somebody cannot, and wishes that they could just do that and give everything else up for it. It's Incredible Mabna here again, and have a lovely week. Hopefully I'll come again your way soon. Bye bye. Guys, say bye bye.